Hello everyone, it's your boy Angelo back with another episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. Today we are going to continue with the main quest. There's only like 2 quests left that I have. Oh, no. Technically there's 3. So we have the Ancient Armory, which I still need to find a power cell for. We got the main quest, which I'm going to do right now. But there's also one more side quest out in the open world. I went around, I tried to explore all that I could. I unlocked like all the icons on the map, and then I collected everything that I could, minus 1 vantage point. Because Aloy had like some dialogue lines when I went to go collect that vantage point, plus the location kind of seemed like I don't belong there just yet. It seems like the game might eventually take me to this location. Who knows? Maybe not. And if it doesn't, I'll just go back over there and collect the last vantage point. But it just felt like, yeah, I'm probably not supposed to be here just yet. So let me wait until I collect that final vantage point. But I collected everything else. And then as I was exploring, like I said, trying to unlock all the icons on the map, there was a side quest icon. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. So we still have another side quest. But let me just focus on the main quest for now. I know that the game feels like it's inching ever closer to the finale, but I don't think it's gonna end just yet. Like, it feels like it's setting it up, but we still have things to do. So I think I still have time to do that side quest. So let's just get on with the main quest. Deep Secrets of the Earth. Aloy explores the ancient ruins beneath the Citadel and unravels the unbelievable truth of Project Zero Dawn. Finally, we're going to learn what Zero Dawn is. At least I hope. We're supposed to be going down. I hate every time Aloy has to scale down a cliff because it makes me feel like I'm about to fall. And I've already done that like a few times and it resulted with my death.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence.
Yeah!
I'll ask you along for the ride.
Yeah, you tell him, Aloy. Jeez, do I hate Silence. Well, I think hate is a strong word. I find him annoying. It's more like. He is useful. Presumably, he's been delving these ruins long before Aloy, so he's a lot more knowledgeable about the subject. He does teach us like new technical terms. He does guide us in certain locations. But he's also a jackass, telling us what we should or should not do, and he gets easily annoyed with us when we ask him questions that does not pertain to the topic at hand. But he's in no position to tell us that he's not going to tolerate our whining. What's he going to do? Turn off his focus? Like, no, he's going to be there along for the ride. So it's not up to him whether we whine or not. What he did say that I found interesting is he basically said this was a point of no return, right? He said, if you have errands to run, do them, or forever hold your peace. Does that really mean I won't be able to do the side quest that I just discovered? No, right? Because we still have the DLC. So even when the base game is over, we still have another section of the map to explore. So I have another shot at doing the side quest, right? Yeah, as you can see, I explored it. Oh, no, there is one icon I didn't unlock yet. Damn it. Okay, I thought I unlocked everything. Pretty much did, all the way over here. And oh, I should definitely go visit Ross's grave when this is over. I haven't done that in a very long time. Oh, there's another icon. Okay, yeah, I lied. I did not get all the icons. Damn it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where the DLC takes place. There is a DLC quest leading into the direction of this area. And then this was the vantage point that I didn't do because I was climbing up here. Aloy started talking and the environment looked like it was set up for a quest. You can see this road kind of leads into what appears to be like a chasm. So maybe some more exploration. So I decided to leave this for now. Another icon. Okay, yeah, I lied when I said I unlocked all the icons. I thought I did. But no, I found a side quest like somewhere over here. Here? I think so. I only saw it appear on the world map. I never approached it. I don't know why it's not showing. I thought when you unlock like a side quest, it remains on your map, but I'm pretty sure it was like right here. There was a side quest. Okay, you know what? I am mentally and physically prepared for the challenges up ahead. I have upgraded all the weapons to the best modifications that I have. I stocked up on all my ammunition. I should be ready.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Most likely.
Hold for identiscan.
They're gonna recognize me as Elizabeth.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. Malfunction. Malfunction.
What?
Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aloy is
Emergency
very
venting authorized.
Aloy is very frustrated and I feel it too. So close yet so far away.
I underestimated you.
But we did it.
I think by now
Oh, wait, they're gonna realize something is up now.
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
That's like the first time Silence relented. He's like, fine, you're right. Whatever, just go, please. He's equally desperate to uncover the secrets here inside Project Zero Dawn.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Yes!
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
That I will. Okay, I hope I don't actually have like a time limit and I can take my time exploring. Another incident. From lounge staff to admin. This morning's unfortunate incident with Dr. Popovich is another example of reception's need for additional support. We appreciate that Zero Dawn is an immensely complicated project, but as the staff who serve on the front line, we're tired of being neglected. As we have already requested, we need human translators, fluent in Polish, for example, security staff who can subdue enraged embryologists, for example, and dermal sedatives to calm persons who are screaming in Polish while hurling chairs and vases at reception staff, for example. Yes, most of the candidates are reasonably calm and well behaved, but we need help handling the exceptions to that rule. Please respond. So, just on a limb here, I don't know why, but I have a gut feeling that these people were having trouble trying to calm down certain people, ones that may or may not speak in Polish. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling that they've been having some angry Polish people here. Yeah, front staff usually get the short end of the stick. I used to work as front of the desk or front of the staff, whatever you want to call it, at a restaurant for nearly 10 years. When it comes to agitated and angry customers, we're the ones who have to hear it, and it sucks. And we get left to fend for ourselves against the hungry wolves. We need support too. Wow, we're off to a cheery start. From reception staff again to admin. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD Zero Dawn candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened or confused. Some are highly agitated. These are not the sort of persons who are accustomed to having information withheld from them. At minimum, we need human translators. The Langbots are not sufficient, and mild sedatives for the extreme cases. Any and all support will be welcome. Perhaps you could start by responding to one of these mails. Yeah, you're gonna get ghosted. They're never going to respond back to you guys. They're letting you handle it all on your own. Okay, so they're saying candidates are coming here, confused, agitated. They don't like information being withheld from them, so they don't even know why they're here.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Okay, I really need to pay attention to the compass this time so that I don't miss any data points. Restock or else. From lounge staff again to admin. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. Please respond, and this time, no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Good luck. Soundproofing? From lounge to admin. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. What? People are screaming, sobbing.
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
Oh, VR1, the room. Wait. Okay, so I think they're talking about adding soundproofing here along these walls so that the people who are crying on the other side of the door don't perturb the people sitting here waiting their turn. That is very, what would the term be? Ghastly? Ghoulish? No.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
ZD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program. The Technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down, the entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
I have chills. You can't see it on my poor quality camera, but I actually have goosebumps. What the hell?
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Yeah, what? Okay, let me try to process this. We already figured out that Enduring Victory was an operation to essentially throw humans at the robots to act like speed bumps to slow down the encroaching threats. That Zero Dawn was supposed to be the super weapon that was going to save people. Nobody knew what it was, at least not the civilians, not even the military, who were fighting and dying to buy Zero Dawn the time it needed to be completed. And those who did know what Zero Dawn was, well, they weren't exactly too thrilled about that. So much so, they were desperate to find alternatives. He's saying, the general, that it's not a weapon, that the inevitable is going to happen, that humans are going to become extinct. But then humanity is still here. Yeah, the old world fell, we see the ruins, but humans are still alive, animals are still here, plant life is still here, life in general has persevered. But he said the extinction was inevitable. It could not be stopped. But then, okay, so what's going on? I can see now why whoever was here listening to this presentation would be sobbing uncontrollably and disturbing the people here. We're gonna be like, wait, that's my turn. I'm next to hear this. What's going on? Yeah, they just got told extinction is inevitable. There's nothing that can stop it. But then how did Zero Dawn accomplish what it did? He said it was going to take about 500 years to crack the codes to deactivate the swarm, long after humanity and all life on Earth has been consumed. But then... Oh, no, We read about how there was an embryologist in here, right? One of the candidates at the front desk. Wasn't he the one that was going crazy? I don't even remember. I just remember reading embryologist. I don't know what that is. I can only surmise from the fact that embryo is in the name. It has something to do with that. Did they just... No, because it sounds crazy when you think of like growing humans back from ground zero. If all humanity was wiped out and then the embryos kicked in and regrew the population. But that wouldn't make sense. Someone had to stay back to teach these people. So, no, wait, but... Okay, let me just continue, because I could just stay here for another, like, 30 minutes just theorizing. Whoa, that's a lot of data points on my compass. Huh?
They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
They think it's a tomb. Have they never actually been here? It's been right next to the Capitol this whole time. No one has gone exploring. Okay, let's see if I can strike from above. One of them, at least.
Let's not join them. Find her.
Come on. It says you're gonna walk forward. There we go. No strike from above. Oh, there we go. I hope they don't see me. Crap. Okay. Oh, one of them is leaving. Hit him in the head, please. I was going to say, if I missed that shot from a target that is standing still, I'm just gonna uninstall the game at that point. I know I'm terrible at it, but missing a still target, that's inexcusable. Oh, I didn't even realize that he went all the way over there.
Good. We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what do they contain?
I don't know. I guess let me check. You know, it's funny, considering Silence is more than likely a Banuk, from the way he's styled his body with machine parts. He sounds more like a Karja right there, talking about primitive tribes. Okay. There is a lot of data points. Okay, let me start in this room. With this one. Interview Suzanne Alpert, PhD, Environmental Reclamation.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Yeah, we still don't know what Zero Dawn is. We just got the terrible news that human extinction is inevitable. Well, I mean, life in general. Counselor Guidelines 1? For debriefing after presentation 1. Candidates must be allowed to ask questions and be given the necessary time to fully absorb the information they have received. It is important to be aware that candidates have just been exposed to triggers for severe mental and emotional trauma. Do not assume silence or outward calmness indicates acceptance. It is essential to stress that all other options for combating the Pharaoh Plague and preserving the continuation of human life have been considered and found unworkable. Communicate this fact calmly, but clearly and firmly. Familiarize yourself with data on the catastrophic environmental impact of nuclear engagements versus the swarm, Addendum B1, and unfeasibility of maintaining life in orbital, lunar, or undersea structures, Addendum C1, C2, C3, so that you can counter candidates' objectives in depth. If a candidate asks for time alone to review supplementary information, allow this without hesitation. Be sure to inform security personnel so the candidate can be monitored for attempts at self-harm. Candidates should only be cleared to proceed to presentation 2 if you believe their mental state is sufficiently stable. Note that real-time support will be available via your focus. Security and medical crisis teams are data corrupted. I'm gonna assume are on standby. What the hell? Right, so everyone processes emotions differently. For example, grief. Some people break down and just uncontrollably cry. Some people are very, very calm. And it's easy to assume that that person wasn't affected by the traumatic news as much as the other person who's having a mental breakdown, because it doesn't seem like it affected them much on the outside, you know, on the surface. But that doesn't mean that they're not like in shock, that they're not devastated by the news. Everyone just processes emotions much, much more differently. So it's true, don't assume that if they're calm that they accepted the matter at hand. But yeah, I guess thinking about it, if you were just told that everything on Earth was going to end and there's no way to prevent that, some people are going to be thinking, well, then why am I here? Why don't I just end it right now on my own terms, make it quick and painless instead of being chowed down, you know? Yeah, I guess some people would rather take the way out on with their own hands instead. Interview with Captain Okilo, Information Warfare Specialist.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
What is Zero Dawn? Interview with Ron Felder, PhD Aerospace Engineering.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Okay. Well, that's more of the emotional response that I was predicting people would have after being told the bad news. Just sounding insane from the desperation of it all. Yeah, he brought up the term embryo again. Could that possibly be something in relation to Zero Dawn? Yeah, they did try to make the Odyssey a thing, but they said it wasn't going to be complete until the 2080s, but isn't that what they were trying to do? Go to another planet, have like a handful of staff to operate the ship, but have a lot of embryos there so that they could kickstart humanity all over again? Is it because I remember thinking it sounded a lot like the plot for Interstellar, because essentially that's what they're trying to do. Sorry about spoiling the plot of the movie if you guys haven't seen it. Yeah, we still have a lot of data points here. There's another one here. Oh, it's up there. Okay, let me see the ones on this side then. Interview with Brad Andak, formerly of FAS, that's Pharaoh, right?
Previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
Yeah, okay.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since
Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Jeez. It's like, yeah, you'd be pissed at a guy like this, considering he's part of the reason why the world is doomed. He helped bring these creations into this world. But he wasn't one of the higher ups. He was just doing his job. And like many scientists, people like that, it's not that they want to dominate the world. It's just they want to leave a lasting impact, that they hope that their creations make a meaningful change in the world. Hopefully a positive one. It just so happened this one, well, it doomed everyone. I would say that was more so on Ted Faro than this worker, since Ted Faro was the one dictating what the machines should be capable of, or in their chariot line to not be able to be cracked, at least not for 500 plus years. So that was more on Ted Faro than this guy, and clearly he has a lot of guilt on his shoulders. Like you can, that's one good thing about this game. There's plenty good things about it, but it's the voice acting, and you can hear how this guy is just riddled with guilt and he wants to undo his sins. So yeah, it's also funny because he was stuttering a lot, and I was like, hey, that sounds like me. The only difference is I stutter because I'm stupid, and he's stuttering because, well, he's just incredibly depressed about everything. He can't really formulate thoughts that well because his, mind is all jumbled up. Interview with Travis Tate, data security consultant. Why is that in quotes?
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malkeet was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too. But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
When your counselor needs a counselor, you know things are wild. You know you're not a normal person. I understood most of it. He definitely portrays that stereotype correctly, I guess, with the accent that he had, with the slang that he was using. The Sterling Malkeet, I'm pretty sure I've read some data points about that. I don't remember what it was. He did bring up the whole blood coffee cappuccino thing, considering they're killing each other, going to war for coffee, considering the timeline over here. Okay. So, yeah, they're getting, like, I guess you could say specialists in various fields. I don't know why his was in quotes, though. Do they not consider him a data security consultant? Is it because he's, like, a hacker of sorts? Because everyone else doesn't have that, but he does. Interview with Tom Peck? PhD in molecular and cellular biology. Let me scan that again so I could press the button.
It is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people, they feed off them?
Not just people, all organic matter.
Every living thing, dissolved into nutrients. Millennia of evolution, liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor. Please.
Tell him Tom Pake wants a word. Now, get off! Get off!
Doctor, please.
You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
I don't blame him. I'm sure plenty of people have that same feeling towards Ted Pharaoh right about now. Why don't we just put them two in a room, lock the door, leave them alone for like 5 minutes, and then whatever happens, happens. Oh, right, there's the other one up here. Okay, I do remember there's a ladder somewhere over here. Interview with Dr. Suve, PhD in art history and museum studies.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things? I know that there's already a lot to take in. In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Okay, so they don't just have specialists in like warfare or engineering, something that you would think would be utilized into stopping the robots. We already know they already deemed that it's inevitable. They're all gonna die. That yes, Enduring Victory was a lie spread by General Harris to inspire people to buy Zero Dawn the time it needs. If you went and you told them, hey, we have this super secret project, we're all gonna die, but please just trust us, this thing is gonna work, and you go out there and buy us time, more than likely people are just going to abandon ship and just go back home to spend time with their loved ones. They're like, if we're gonna die anyways, why am I gonna die out here fighting a war that we cannot win? Let me be with my loved ones instead. So he lied to them, telling them it's a super secret weapon and it's gonna turn the tide of battle so that it can give them some hope and they would stay fighting the good fights. But what was more interesting to me about this interview right here is the fact that she's in art history. Well, what else was it? It was art history and museum studies. So yeah, it's not just like about the whole, we're gonna utilize your expertise to find a way to stop the machines, because how the hell do you stop them with art history? Yeah, the more information we're getting, the more I'm like, what is Zero Dawn? Okay, I think I explored this whole area. I hope. Well, if I don't, you guys should warn me.
CO2 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all.
Hephaestus.
And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them.
The
shutting
Spire?
down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Oh my god, we got so much information. Hades.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life, for us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Right. Okay, I have to stop and process this as well. Okay, I try to keep up. I don't think I understood everything. I did get the gist of it. So Gaia is an AI who was supposed to generate the deactivation codes long after we were gone. She was going to stop the Pharaoh plague, shut them down, and once they were safely gone, repopulate the world with life. And she has subordinate functions, which what Elizabeth said caught my attention, because she said they're not AI. They're just an extension of Gaia, but they themselves were not AI. Hades is one of these subordinate functions. Hephaestus is there as well. And there was like Apollo, Artemis, a lot of the Greek gods. But if Hades is not an AI, why does it seem to be acting like one? I don't think Gaia is the one that sent Hades out there to try to stop us. It feels like Hades is acting independently of Gaia, of its own volition, and it wants me dead. But it was part of Gaia. What the hell? And then there was the robot, the animal robots. So I guess their purpose was to help decontaminate the environment to make it hospitable for life. And they just took the form of an animal. Is that why they exist? But the thing is, they act more animal-like now. It's not like they're doing much to help the environment. At least I don't think. Unless those snap maws really are just cleaning out the waters. It just so happens that they attack me when they see me. But maybe they are helping the environment. I don't know. I just know that some of them graze like animals, and they just act animalistic essentially. But they had a purpose. And then okay, so yeah, right. So the whole embryo things, they were going to repopulate the world with embryos, she said, at cradle stations, cradle facilities. And so but then who was going to be alive? No one was going to be left alive. Because by the time the deactivation codes were set in motion, no human would be alive to reclaim the Earth. So when the embryos come of age and they turn into children, who the hell is taking care of them? Who's taking care of the new generation of humans? That still, like, is it Gaia? Gaia the AI was supposed to help out the children, but Gaia is an AI. It's not like the AI is going to be able to nurture, comfort the children. Like, who's going to feed them? But okay, it's like, okay, I'm getting the gist of it, but then I also still have questions. So, oh, right, I was gonna say, so does Aloy, because as she just mentioned, what the hell happened with Apollo? The subordinate function that was supposed to contain all of human knowledge. I get now why Suve was brought in, the one who is an expert in art history and museum studies. They were going to compile as much human knowledge as possible and then teach it to the new generation of humans so they can learn about the old world that came before them. And yet these tribal people know very, very little of it, if at all. They don't. So then what happened to Apollo? What's going on? Okay, let's continue, because I could stand here for another 30 minutes just talking. And I'm sure you guys want me to proceed, because we can only learn the answers by pressing forward. Okay, make your selection. You are now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available to you at this point. Please consider each carefully. Trained counselors are standing by to assist you in making your choice. Number 1, participation. You will be assigned to a sub-project team based on your area of expertise. You should be aware that the way forward will be difficult and the project's outcome is uncertain. You will be expected to work a minimum of 80 hours per week, and your communication with family members will be strictly limited and monitored in real time. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family, or 2 persons of your choosing, will be transferred to the Elysium sealed habitat to live out the remainder of your natural lives. Number 2. Indefinite detention. Should you choose to decline participation in Project Zero Dawn, you will be confined indefinitely. You will be given 48 hours to reconsider, after which your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. Every reasonable effort will be made to make your term of confinement as comfortable as possible, but you will not be permitted to contact the outside world, and death within 18 months due to the Pharaoh Plague is inevitable. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be released. Number 3, medical euthanasia. The information you have just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. A 48-hour waiting period is required, during which time you may instead opt for participation or confinement. Please notify a counselor when you are ready to make your choice, or if you have further questions. Right, because the information they just received cannot be made public. If it was, it would jeopardize the whole thing, as I was talking about earlier. If those fighting out in the front lines were to hear about the inevitable that humans, all life, are going to be consumed and be no more, why would they stay and fight? They're going to be like, let me go to my loved ones. We can spend the end days together. And Zero Dawn would never be completed because they would be overrun by the Pharaoh Plague much more quicker. So you can't let this information be made public. You either work on the project now, you get confined indefinitely, and then when the robot plague overrides the facility, they can either take the painless way out, or I guess they get thrown to the wolves. Fend for yourselves now? Is that what they're saying? Or you could just end it right now. Euthanasia. There's going to be a lot of people with an existential crisis on their mind, and they might not be able to take it well. Well, if you get detained, they say they're going to make your confinement as comfortable as possible, so at least there's no inhumane conditions. That's a positive. They don't get allowed to speak to the outside world, so your loved ones are going to believe that you're dead. That's a negative. But hey, if you work on the project and it's complete, you can at least bring your immediate family over. I would choose to work at this point. Might as well, you know. But I guess not everyone would come to that decision. Well, Interview 2, Brad Andact. Oh, the guy from Faz.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. Isn't it just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom? I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
See, this guy has the right mindset for this. Just work your butt off. Minimum 80 hours. So you could be working a lot more to get this project done. They were working with a very, very strict timeline. And then once it's done, you can rest easy with your loved ones at this Elysium place. So, wait, what is Elysium exactly? Like some kind of bunker to live out the remainder of their lives? Because if the world is overrun with these death machines and it becomes a barren wasteland, they're not going to be able to like grow food or, you know, raise cattle or anything. So, is Elysium kind of like, I was gonna say a retirement home where they go to die, but maybe that might be the best example. I don't know, but might as well take that. Interview 2 with Suzanne Alpert, the environmental reclamationist.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. Life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which
the decision is final. Yeah, okay. It makes sense. From her first interview, she wasn't too positive about this whole thing. She was already, like, she'd given in to despair already. And yeah, it does make sense. So yeah, it's like an underground bunker where they live out the remainder of their lives. And if they were to grow in numbers instead of diminish, more resources are going to be used, in which case their life expectancy is going to go down, down, down. So they have to be medically sterilized. Hey, look, okay, in trying to keep up with the positive outlook, if you're still relatively young at least, then you can go crazy with the entertainment, you know, that you do between adults, if you catch my drift. The chance of pregnancy is 0. Why not? You know, it's like, hey, I'm just trying to think of how can you spend time in Elysium without getting bored to death? Because surely any entertainment that they have there is going to get very repetitive, because you're going to read all the books, you're going to see all the TV shows, all the movies. There's not new entertainment being made. I guess you can become a writer and make new work, new material for those remaining. But like, you know, being sterilized isn't a bad thing. I'm just saying. But she doesn't see any positives in the future, so she just wants outs. Interview with Ron Felder, the aerospace engineer.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
That's not an option.
That's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Yeah. So we got one of each. We got one person choosing to participate, one person choosing to end it, and another person who thought he was going to leave and he's going to be confined until the end. He should have read the documentation. Counselor Guidelines 2 for debriefing after Presentation 2. It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment on the part of the counselor. Confirm for candidates that they were selected due to their skill sets and accomplishments. Emphasize that their dedicated participation in Zero Dawn will increase the project's chances of success. Frame participation in Zero Dawn as an opportunity to respond actively in the face of an overwhelming threat. Candidates may question the fairness of their selection. Validate such objections as normal, even admirable responses. Emphasize the value of candidates' expertise to the future, not just of humanity, but terrestrial life as a whole. Likewise, candidates may balk at the morality of extending their lifespans and those of loved ones beyond 0 day. Validate their hesitation, acknowledge that while the reward of Elysium is not fair, it will be earned. If possible, redirect their ethical misgivings towards greater commitment to the project. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Project Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish and allow access to supplemental articles G.1 through Pt.1. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. A significant minority of candidates will elect for medical euthanasia. It is important to receive this decision kindly and without judgment. Advise them of the 48-hour waiting period during which counselors will be available to discuss their decision. Emphasize that euthanasia will not occur without repeated consent when the procedure is scheduled to take place. No one will be euthanized against his or her will. I kind of switched those two around. Candidates who elect indefinite detention must be informed that they have 48 hours to reverse their decision, after which the decision is permanent. I didn't even think about that, about how some people would question about the fairness of this all, about why they were selected out of all the candidates around the world. Why did you guys choose me? And likewise, about the reward, some might think this is messed up, that because they were selected as candidates, they get to live beyond 0 day while everyone else just dies. I would take this chance, no doubt. I'm sure many people would. Enough did that Zero Dawn succeeded. I mean, Aloy is proof of that. Speaking of which, does that mean I was born in one of these cradle stations, cradle facilities? Is that what is inside the mountain?
Intruder! Get her!
Well,
whatever you do, don't die now.
Thank you, Silence. I was thinking I might this day, but because you told me not to, I'll take that into consideration. Oh, they all have skulls, which means they're tough. They're leaders. Ah, I missed! As per usual.
What else you got?
Nothing new to see here.
Oh, son, guys!
Okay, I'm just gonna whittle them down. Oh, you know what? I can shoot them right now, too. There we go. Okay, stun them essentially with fire and then shoot them in the head. Oh, sir, can I see your head, please?
To the radiant, Edelman!
What the hell? I missed. Okay, yeah, nothing new here. Par for the course for me.
Power's down.
Another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
Power is down, okay. Probably should have picked up the fire striker. That's embarrassing. Not being able to hit enemies who are standing still. Can I loot them, please? Travis Tate.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
What did I say? Look, when you have the remainder of your life left to live and there's nothing else to do, you're sterilized why not that? And hey, if you can't find someone, I guess there's also material that you could watch. Or I mean, I guess they probably still have magazines. No, not in this timeline. I guess paper documentation wasn't really a thing. So they have the Focus. I'm sure they have some videos archived on that thing, maybe possibly, that they could just use. Why not? If that's his motivation to join the project, go for it. He's not doing it out of the kindness of his heart. He's not doing it for a challenge. He's not doing it for the morality of it, of like doing it for the greater good. No, he's doing it because he's a gooner at heart, and he can goon a little more, a little longer at Elysium. Okay, I mean, everyone has different goals. I have to disagree with him on the part that he said extinction is natural, because while yes, extinction is natural, look at the many species that have come and gone throughout the years that were not due to human intervention. Getting killed off by machines, that is 100% not natural. That is an extinction due to our own inventions. Like, it wasn't just the world naturally changing and the atmosphere is getting hotter or colder and we're getting killed off because of that. No. We created these machines. These machines have gone haywire and now they're trying to kill us all. So it's like, excuse me, Mr. Travis Tate, that is anything but natural, okay? Log, Christina Suve.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Suve? Christina Suve?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair, not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Yeah, see, that is what you should have your mindset as. It's not fair. It's not right. Out of everyone that could have been chosen for this project, it was you. And if you work here, you will be rewarded for it. It sucks that not everyone else gets the same treatment, but you're going to do it. You're going to do it for your family. You're going to do it because art cannot die, should not die, should exist throughout the years. Where? Oh, it's right here. I was going to say, it's like, where is the other data point that I can't find? Tom Peck.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic, attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe, anyway.
Damn. Respect. respect, because he could have just taken the euthanasia option right now and be done with it, but he's gonna put in the hard labor to get this project functioning and successful, and then he's gonna take the euthanasia option.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
This is straightforward. Left, up, left, down, right. Left, up, left, down, right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Oh, there's gonna be one missing.
There's a part missing. Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Okay, well, let me check here. She did say check the nearby door, and there's a bunker door right here.
Found one. Looks intact.
An emitter. I'm guessing it was this part. Yes, install.
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Up, left, down, right, up. Okay, up, left, down, right. Left, down, right. Left, down, and right. Huh? Up, left, down, right, up.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Everything's in reverse. Okay, so 180 everything? Down, right, up, then left, and down for the last one. Huh? Wait, okay, she said everything in reverse. So instead of up, it's down. Instead of left, it's right. Instead of down, it's up. Instead of right, it's left. And then instead of up, it's down. Huh? Wait, is this supposed to be upside down as well? In the sense that you're not supposed to read it from top to bottom. It's supposed to be bottom to top? Maybe? Well, I mean, I guess there's nothing else that's coming to mind. Hey everyone, it's Angelo from the future. Or the past, technically, but I mean in the future because I have just finished playing this episode. I'm editing right now as we speak, and I just noticed that in this image, you can tell that the code Nexus thing is upside down. I don't know why it took me so long. Well, I do. It's a rhetorical question because I'm stupid. And you know, hindsight is 2020. Is that what they say? Anyways, the point is, you can already tell that this machine is upside down because if you look at the very bottom of the machine, the Pharaoh sign is upside down. Oh my god, it's right there. It's like, it's just laughing at my face. I could not see that it said Pharaoh upside down, giving me the clue that this whole time you were supposed to do this puzzle from bottom to top, and then of course with the data point telling you that things are reversed. It's just like, I'm an idiot, okay? Hindsight is 2020. I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. It's up, right, down, left, up. Or is this supposed to be read from bottom to top, and I'm supposed to go the alternate arrows? So I don't know. I guess down. No, this can't be it. I swear this is it. No, 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 this can't be.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
So when they meant in reverse, they meant all of it. That meant this is read from bottom to top, or I guess that's what transposed means. It's like a mirror image, I guess. And then, whoops. Yeah, I might as well smack that. I didn't mean to, but yeah, why not? I'm frustrated. So yeah, okay, so this was transposed, means you had to read from bottom to top, and then these were reversed. So it was both of them. Got it. It's so damn annoying.